Today I'm recreating the viral Domino's pizza order. This popped up on my FYP page and I immediately knew I wanted to recreate it, starting with 2 cups of warm water, 3 teaspoons of yeast, I always use a fast rise yeast, 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, and a tablespoon of honey. We're gonna mix this and let it rest for like 5-10 minutes. You just want it to be nice and frothy. Once your yeast is ready, we're gonna add 3 cups of flour. I am using bread flour for this one. Teaspoon of salt. Mix all of this together. I just grabbed a 1/4 cup of flour. I'm gonna go ahead and flour my mat. Flip this shaggy dough onto my mat, top with more flour. And I'm just gonna knead this for 5 to 10 minutes, incorporating flour from this reserved 1/4 cup of flour that I pulled. After a few minutes of kneading, my dough is perfect. It's not sticky, it bounces right back. I used 4 cups of flour in total. If your dough is sticky, don't be afraid to sprinkle on some flour while you're kneading. You just want it to look like this. Olive oil to a bowl. I'm just going to roll my dough around in that. Pop a lid on this and I'll let it rest for about an hour to an hour and a half. You just want it to double in size. While my dough is resting, I'm gonna go ahead and prep everything else. I'm gonna grate some cheddar cheese, a big block of mozzarella. I'm gonna cook some shaved ribeye, really simple, a little salt, a little pepper. And then I'm also gonna cook some bacon. For the garlic parmesan sauce, 6 tablespoons of butter. I add 4 cloves of garlic since it is a garlic sauce. I'm just cooking that for a couple of minutes. You don't want your garlic to burn. Now I'm adding about 1 cup to 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream. Once that starts to bubble, 1 cup of Parmesan and some cracked black pepper. I'm just whisking this together until the cheese melts and it becomes nice and thick. Okay, everything's ready, so let's assemble. I start by coating the bottom of my cast iron with butter. I just add a little Parmesan cheese to it, coating the bottom and the edges like this. I would say our dough has definitely doubled. I'm gonna cut this in half because this dough recipe makes 2 pizzas. Taking my dough, I'm just gonna push it out to cover the bottom. That looks perfect. Now I'm just adding mozzarella, just a thin coat. Next, our garlic parmesan sauce. And apparently you're supposed to order extra, so I'm gonna do a lot of that. Another layer of mozzarella, or shaved ribeye. I'm just gonna do a handful of bacon. I'm leaving the jalapenos off just because I don't think my kids will like it. And finally, they do a cheese blend on top, so I'm gonna do half cheddar and then a little mozzarella. I have my oven preheated to 425. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in and I'll let you know how long I bake it. Just pulled this out, it baked for 30 minutes. Okay, and moment of truth. Slides right out. And it looks pretty good. I'm gonna let this cool just for a few minutes before I cut it. All right, let's cut into this. Here it is. Let's try it. I'm gonna have to give this a 10 out of 10. Look at all that cheese. Let me know if you try it.